The government is yet again on the spot over excessive use of force while evicting families that had settled in eastern Mau. Though a Nakuru court has halted the evictions, a report released by the Human Rights Watch reveals that excesses by security agencies had left evictees in desperate situation, and with the coronavirus pandemic worsening the situation. Maryanne Nyambura reports on the plight of evictees in this report.
The government has since 2018 moved in to reclaim parts of the Mau forest that were encroached by settlers. It is one of the critical water towers in the country, and erratic weather patterns witnessed have been attributed to degradation of the forest. The extensive forest that sits on 400,000 hectares of land is the country's most important water tower and a source of 12 rivers draining into 3 lakes within East Africa. Though evictions have often been a political hot potato, the government says it has already reclaimed 40,000 hectares, with 150,000 settlers flushed out since 1974. The latest round of eviction yet again pitted the government against people who claim to have been thrown out of the parcels of land that they called home for years. Paul Malel is among thousands who were kicked out last year from his home of 20 years.
Sasa wakakuja wakatuambia kwamba tuondoe vitu yetu. Sasa walikuja wakatoa siku ya pili ndio wakafika asubuhi mapema sana. Akawa anabomoa maduka.
Malel tried to salvage some of his household items and relocated to a camp in the Olmegenyu and Sagamian, but says life in these camps was unbearable. He has to do menial jobs to survive. Evictees now at the mercy of well-wishers after the government declared the camps illegal.
Nakaa katika hii kambi ya halted pande wa Sagamian, hatuna msaada yote. Tunakaa hatuna mashamba. Sasa tumefinika kwa shamba kwa kambi ambayo tunakaa.
A recent survey conducted by the Human Rights Watch reveals that between August and November 2019, a multi-agency team comprising officers from the Kenya Wildlife Service, Kenya Forest Service, regular police and administration police officers from Narok County used excessive force and unleashed terror on residents of Kitoben, Olaba, Kapkoros and Kirobon, among other villages in the northern parts of the Mau forest. The residents claim that 7 people lost their lives during the eviction process. The survey sampled views from 44 people in Narok town, including evictees and local authorities.
The
aftermath of the forceful evictions is still evident, years since the incident took place.
Tuko pamoja, alistuka wakati alisikia mlio wa risasi na akaona vile hao walikuwa wanachoma nyumba.
As human rights groups lay bare the frustrations and plight of evictees with calls for better treatment of the affected groups, it remains to be seen whether the government will change tack, given that many evictees suffer and struggle to rebuild their lives months and years after the process. Maryanne Nyambura, Citizen TV.